Now at 6 o'clock on WKYT this morning, friends and family will be gathering today for the funeral of a pregnant woman who was shot and killed in Lexington. Police now know the name of a woman who was killed in a crash in Scott County. And a Richmond police officer killed in the line of duty will be honored in a special way. That's
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday, September 17th. I'm Michelle Chamberlain. We had some storms yesterday, and as meteorologist Mike Linden tells me, today is going to be a gross day. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Good morning.
Hopefully you're not feeling gross, right?
Good morning. Well, I'm not feeling gross this morning, but the weather as we head into the afternoon kind of has that ugly look, especially it's game day. I mean, we're all wearing our blue here. You want perfect weather for football, but it doesn't look like we will see perfect weather as we head into the afternoon today. Storms building to our west right now, packing rain and lightning and moving rather slowly. So we still have several hours to go until the active weather to the west works its way into central Kentucky. That's all part of a pretty large cold front. Again, moving slowly and pushing eastward toward the bluegrass. But out ahead of that front, all of that warm and moist air from the Gulf of Mexico just feeding those storms and will continue to do so as our day rolls on. Temperatures right now in the lower 70s, so not so bad as far as temperatures go. That's thanks to the clouds we're seeing out there this morning. But this is the kickoff, there's your football pun for you, for a wet and stormy weekend. Coming up, I'll take you through the next several hours and show you what things should look like for game day.
Thank you, Mike. Family and friends will be in one place today to say one final goodbye to Mariah Coleman. She was killed more than a week ago, along with her unborn baby, in a shooting off of Winburn Drive in Lexington. WKYT's Mike Byers live in Lexington with more information about her service. Mike?
Good morning, Michelle. It'll be an emotional scene this morning when family and friends of Mariah Coleman gather to say their final goodbye to the mother-to-be and her unborn child. The visitation for Coleman is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. here at Consolidated Baptist Church in Lexington. The funeral will follow the wake. A memorial sits outside the apartment along Winburn Drive, where many have stopped by to pay their respects. There are balloons, signs, and flowers that mark the area where the mother-to-be and her unborn baby Jacoby lost their lives. Coleman, who was outside walking her dog along Winburn Drive when she was shot, is being remembered for her fun-loving personality and her laugh that could be picked out from a crowd. Now, as loved ones deal with the loss of Coleman and their newest family member, police continue to investigate the case to find the person or group responsible. If you have any information, you're urged to contact Lexington Police. Their number is 859-258-3600. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Thank you, Mike. New this morning, we're tracking a story in Philadelphia. Police there are investigating a shooting that injured 6 people, including police officers. Police say the suspect is dead after shooting and injuring 2 police officers. 4 other civilians were also injured in the shooting near the University of Pennsylvania's campus. We're told the officers are stable this morning. Police say the suspect walked up to a police officer's car and started shooting. He led police on a wild chase across the city, including using people as shields before being killed. The suspect's name has not been released. Back here in Kentucky, police have identified a woman killed in a crash in Scott County. Police say Kim Smith of Georgetown was killed when a garbage truck went left of the center lane and struck her car. The truck also hit another garbage truck in the collision off US 25 in Georgetown. Police say the truck was going to the landfill when the driver overcorrected and crashed. Diesel and hydraulic fuel were spilled into the roadway. Neighbors say that stretch of the roadway is very dangerous.
Turning out of our subdivision, our little court area here is very scary turning left. So you have to look, and then pray nobody's flying over that hill.
US 25 is closed for the majority of the day yesterday while crews cleaned up not only the wreck but parts of the damaged road. One of the 3 people charged in the murder of a National Guardsman is also wanted on a warrant in Tennessee. We talked with a woman from Tennessee who tells us that Jeremy Harris is wanted in that state for trying to kill her brother. Shelby County, Tennessee officials confirmed that they have an active warrant out for Harris for attempted murder. Chance Thomas says Harris was a family friend, but he later tried to rob her brother and then shot him. Her brother survived, but she wants Harris to face charges for what he's done.
I hope that he gets what he deserves. Justice there has been served, but I also want closure for my brother.
Harris is due back in court on Thursday in Lexington on his murder charge in the death of Trevor Dilger. The case against a Mississippi man accused of killing 2 nuns is going to a grand jury. Police said in a preliminary hearing that Rodney Sanders admitted to stabbing the nuns to death in their home. Sanders is charged with capital murder in the deaths of sisters Paula Merrill and Margaret Held. Merrill was a member of the Sisters of Charity of Nazareth based in Nelson County, Kentucky. A former Richmond police officer killed in the line of duty is set to be honored next month. Former officer Daniel Ellis was killed nearly a year ago, and now another officer is trying to keep his name alive. Former Richmond officer Dana Overall will be competing in the Ironman Louisville Triathlon next month. While there, his race number on his bib will be the same as Officer Ellis's badge number. Overall says Officer Ellis was one of a kind.
This world was a better place with Daniel Ellis in it. This world needs more Daniel Ellises in it. And so if I can honor his legacy even for a day by doing this, then it's worth it.
The Ironman competition is October 9th. Registration will also be kicking off on October 1st for the second Daniel Ellis Memorial 5K. More than 1,500 participated in the first one back in March. A major gas pipeline has been shut down in Alabama, meaning your gas prices could go up. The Colonial Pipeline Company closed down a pipeline that's been leaking. It sends gas from the Texas Gulf Coast to the southeast. Experts say supply distributions would first be felt in Tennessee, then the Carolinas, Georgia, and Alabama. Tennessee's governor declared a state of emergency to keep a fuel supply open. Well, it's Saturday, which means there'll be plenty going on here in central Kentucky. Here's a look at what's happening in our area today. First, there is the 2016 Bourbon County Secretariat Festival going on in Paris. The 9th annual festival is on day 2. Events will be held on Main Street. Now, the final day of the event will be tomorrow. Over in McCreary County, you can check out the final day of the Blazin' Bluegrass Festival. It is being held at the Sandhill 4-H camp in Whitley City. The festival starts at 11 o'clock this morning and runs until 10 o'clock tonight. Admission is $15 for adults, and there will be 4 bands playing throughout the day, including the C.F. Bailey and Shadow Ridge Band. Your time now is 6:07 on this Saturday morning. WKYT This Morning is just getting started. Casey's Law is a way for parents to get their child help with rehab. We'll take a look at why it's getting much more attention in about 10 minutes. And Darth Vader has taken some time away from evil to do a little good. That story's coming up after Mike's forecast.
And the weekend is here, but so are the storms. And with so much football going on in the Bluegrass today, it's looking like it could potentially be an ugly-looking game day. When we come back, I'll take you through your Saturday and show you what to expect.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Mike Linden.
Good morning and welcome to the weekend. There is so much football going on in Kentucky today. Of course, the Wildcats in New Mexico State later this afternoon, Louisville and Florida State at noon. And overall, we need the weather to be good for us for some good football. But we are looking like it could potentially be a day maybe to run the ball instead of pass the ball, because we are tracking some ugly looking weather coming in from the west. That's all part of a rather large cold front, much like last weekend, slowly working its way eastward. Now, what's important about this front here is that this warm air from the south is feeding what's out ahead of that front. So while that front does continue to move slowly, we're going to see plenty of thunderstorms firing up along the eastern side of that front all day long today. Now, that does not mean that you're going to be looking at an all-day kind of rain event, but that does mean that we have the potential for some of these storms to become a bit strong heading into the afternoon today. Temperature-wise, the mid to low 80s for your daytime high today, but everything is going to get going as we head into the second half of our day today. So right at noon today is when we'll first start to see some storms firing up in central Kentucky, and then things continue on as we head into the second half of the day. So here's your hour-by-hour forecast, and watch how this front, again, moves pretty slowly as we work our way into the day today. This is right around 2 o'clock, so really really not covering that much ground. But again, it's at that point that you'll start to see the showers and storms over central Kentucky as they work their way eastward. Now, bear in mind that as we get into the second half of the day, the evening hours, that is where these storms once again become quite strong again. By noon, or by midnight as well, bear in mind, we're still looking at some storms on the backside of that front as it continues to very slowly work its way toward the southeastern mountains. This is tomorrow morning. It's still at that point that we could be tracking some storms, especially for southern, southeastern Kentucky. And then as we head into Sunday afternoon, just some leftovers before things do begin to calm down a little bit heading into the new work week. So overall, things are shaping up to be quite messy, especially today and tomorrow. The upcoming work week looks to be really, really good. Of course, Thursday, the first day of fall, but it's not going to feel much like it, at least for the next several days here. Going to look a lot like summer. Your rain out there today, again, not going to be an all-day kind of event, but if you're heading to Commonwealth Stadium for the football game today, bring a jacket with you, an umbrella, whatever you can do to keep yourself dry. And if you're going to tailgate, right around noon today is when we should first start to see the first thunderstorms firing up over western Kentucky. Moving into your Sunday, some of those storms left over a bit, but then the upcoming work week looks really, really good. I mean, how can you not like sunshine and temperatures in the mid to low 80s? And of course, Thursday, Michelle, you can smell the pumpkin spice lattes already. The first day of fall, less than 7 days away.
I love that time of year. And don't the weather gods know that UK plays today at 4 o'clock?
You got UK, you got Louisville and Florida State at noon today. So a lot of big football games going on.
Yeah, game days in Louisville
Kentucky
for the first time.
Okay, did not know that.
Yeah,
so
it's exciting times.
Hopefully the weather holds off for them. We'll see.
Okay, moving on. Darth Vader is one of those villains in the movies that nobody thinks is capable of doing good, right?
Well, spoiler alert, he does something good toward the end of the movies. But anyway, one person in Virginia decided to put those ideas to the test. Henry Wakely dressed up as Darth Vader and cleaned up a stretch of a highway near Blacksburg. He says it's a lot of fun because people honk at him, wave, and even stop to take pictures.
I like to get out here and dress up because it makes people smile going by. The lack of cleanliness disrupts me. We need to end this destructive behavior to restore the galaxy.
Now, I can only imagine how hot it would be wearing that all-black suit out there, but someone apparently alerted the police that Batman was walking along the highway, but of course, when officers cleared up the confusion, they said it was just Darth Vader, using the Force for good, of course, not for evil.
Most impressive.
There you go.
Did you like that?
That's a Star Wars quote. Well, that would... Yeah, all right. Well, we got a whole morning. We got a whole morning to figure this. We got a whole morning.
But you know what? That
out.
guy is from New Zealand. He was just there for 2 weeks, so that is impressive.
And he packed a Darth Vader suit
I guess
with
he
him?
did. He came prepared.
That's okay. All right. Good for you, sir.
We've got a lot more coming up on WKYT this morning. When we come back, we take a look at a law that has been here for a while, but it's just now seeing more attention due to the increased drug epidemic. But before we go to break, tonight's Powerball jackpot is $244 million. And Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $15 million. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WKYT this morning. Most parents wouldn't dream of calling police to have their child arrested, but it's coming to that for many Kentucky families struggling with drug addiction. Casey's Law, which helps keep people in rehab, has been around for a while, but it's being used more often as more and more people are affected by drugs. WKYT's Miranda Combs introduces us to a family who says the law helped them.
Sometimes looks can be deceiving. In a neighborhood where dogs are about the only break in the quiet, there is a family that's breaking the silence of a painful past.
And it says, "Dad, I'm addicted to heroin. I need help." Yeah, didn't see that coming.
Still bothers you?
Yeah.
Why?
Hurts. I'm sorry.
It's been a long 8 years for the Collinsworths.
The first one was Louisville. I'm trying to remember
The first one was the one in Richmond that we took her down and she left immediately. Remember, we went from there from Georgetown
I
to
lose
there.
track all.
Their daughter, Lindsay, has been to almost every state-run drug treatment center around.
You always thought they were going to work, or you hoped that they would work.
But Lindsay would never stay.
There's nothing that keeps them in these treatment centers if they don't want to be there.
Pictures sit around the house of family visits.
And this was taken when she was at the facility in Warm.
But each picture wasn't proof of success, but part of the path to a law the Collinsworths believe changed the game and saved their daughter's life.
Sucked. It's not fun. So, but you knew it had to be done.
Rusty Collinsworth signed a petition, a court order, that Lindsay was going to treatment or jail. It's called Casey's Law for involuntary treatment. If a person leaves treatment without the court's consent, a warrant is issued for their arrest. Lindsay left treatment and failed a drug test.
I mean, it said, hey, my daughter's at our house right now, and can you come arrest her for me?
She spent 30 days in the county jail.
If you would have asked me 10 years ago if I would have ever been proactive about putting my child in jail, I would have said, you know, it's crazy.
Casey's Law has been around since 2004. For the Collinsworths, it became their last hope in 2015.
We were convinced we would be burying Lindsay. You know, Rusty and I have talked about plans, you know, actually details where we, I mean, it was.
I even asked Lindsay. I said, what do you want me to put on you? Because it's going to happen.
I was possessed. I feel like I sold my soul to the devil when I was on heroin.
Today, she is 10 months sober.
I wanted to stop, but I was so physically sick that I couldn't.
But her parents could. Her mother remembers waking her up to tell her the police were there to arrest her.
Part of me, though, was glad because I knew that the fight was over. You know, like I knew I wasn't going to have to get high for at least as long as I was in jail.
Casey's Law isn't an easy out for family and friends. The petitioner is responsible for the cost of court fees and treatment, and for finding treatment, which can be challenging. But the alternative, the Collinsworths say, wasn't an option.
Now you're trying to save a life.
You know, you just have to be persistent and become an advocate for your child.
Your time now is 6:21. There's still more to come on WKYT this morning. Sports is next.
Well, it looks like it could potentially be an ugly day for some football out there today. Of course, two big games going on in Kentucky today. It all starts with Louisville and Florida State at noon, and then at 4 o'clock, UK tries to get their first win of the season against New Mexico State. Not too much going on right now on the Defender Radar Network. The clouds now beginning to thicken up a little bit, but look off to the west. That's where the thick clouds are already beginning to build out ahead of a cold front tracking its way eastward, and that is going to bring us that active weather. You'll notice that it's sitting right over the Owensboro area right now, but it is again working its way in from the west, and we have warm air fueling that thunderstorm, working its way in from the south and firing up those storms along the eastern edge of that front. If you're heading to the UK game this afternoon, of course, kickoff at 4 o'clock, but even the tailgate is when we'll begin to start to see those storms firing up. If you're heading out to the tailgate or to the game itself, bring a jacket with you or an umbrella, whatever you need to keep yourself dry, because into the second half of your day, we're looking at the kickoff at 4. That's when things are going to get a bit active. This isn't going to be an entire game's worth of rain, but some of those thunderstorms could potentially become a bit strong at times. For more on the UK Wildcats trying to get their first win of the season, here's Lee K. Howard.
And good morning, everyone. Some sad news to pass along from Friday night. Former Wildcat forward Charles Hurt has passed away. Hurt was 55 and had battled leukemia. He was being treated in Louisville. Hurt played for the Cats between 1980 and 83. He led Shelby County to a state title. At this time, no funeral arrangements have been set. Well, the Kentucky Wildcat football team are badly in need of a win, and they're a 3-touchdown favorite to get that done this afternoon against New Mexico State. Drew Barker said that he had a pretty bad game in high school his sophomore year, but other than that, last Saturday's game at Florida was his worst. Barker talked confidently this week about bouncing back.
You know, I just feel like we got a great opportunity this week to come out and, you know, play our game and against New Mexico State, who's coming off a great win against their arch rivals. So they're definitely going to be coming in on a high and really confident about playing us. So we just got to play our game. But I feel like, you know, like I just said, if we do our things that we're taught and we limit turnovers and convert on third downs, I think we'll have a great shot at winning.
We'll see if they can get that offense and the defense going later today. Kentucky goes for that first win of the season. It's a 4 o'clock kickoff. It's on the SEC alternate channel, SEC Network alternate channel. So you're going to have to look a little bit to find it. In Lexington, if you have Time Warner Cable, that's on channel 518. You can find it there. And of course, if you can't find the broadcast for whatever reason, or maybe you don't get that channel, you can always tune in right here at WKYT at 11 o'clock tonight, and we will have all the highlights for you right here. That's a look at your morning sports. Have a great day.